Hi guys, it's Friday, it's 6:30 AM and I'm working from home today, which means I'm going to get on with this just quickly. So we talked last week, sorry, let me start, I can't speak because it's early morning. We talked last week in episode 7 or episode 6, I don't know, I can't keep up with them anymore. But we talked last week about washing it. Okay, so what am I going to use? Well, I've got my Batter Black, which I'm going to use about, I don't know, 50% of, maybe 60% in a mix. And I've got my Devlin Mud, which I'm going to use about 10% of in a mix. And I may ditch the Devlin Mud altogether and just go for the Batter Black. I've got to thank everybody for their videos. There's some brilliant ones for the competition this weekend. It was only like a little quick muck around video basically, and the response to it has been absolutely hysterical. So I've got to say, well done guys. It's been really good, and I've got to say I have laughed. So yeah, you crazy guys, you. Okay, so just to remember that video competition ends tomorrow night basically. Okay, so great thing about GW is they supply these fantastic little pots, and they're really good for mixing in. Let's just grab a brush. There we go. So you need to give that a good stir. Now I'm going to show you something which every model maker should have, which is quite useful, which is a dirty old rag to clean your brush in. So I'm just going to move everything out of the way. Now you're going to say, but why are you putting that on the table for? What's all that about? Well, so I don't get ink all over the place, and believe me, you'll get a lot of ink when you're painting this in your wash. We tend to put it on a, well I say we, I tend to put it on a rag, so anything that does slip off, come off ink wise or splatters goes onto that, even though my table itself is covered in crap, and that's a technical term. Okay, so be liberal, get it in there, because we're going to go back over this in a minute and use a rag to take away stuff that we don't need. So we need to spread it all over like so and let it get into the gaps, and don't be afraid to make a mess, because that's part of the whole part of it, the whole process. And be prepared to use quite a bit of Batter Black. Now I'm only going to do the top because I need the top to dry, and then I'm going to spin it over once that's dry, and then I'm going to do the base and all the underneath of the vehicle, because otherwise I'd have to suspend it in mid-air in order for it to dry, and that's a right pain in the backside. Man, it's really early today as well. Do you know, I didn't sleep too well last night, so I don't know, it was visions of dinosaur chickens. And if you don't know what that's about, what I'm referring to is there's a scientist who's worked out how to regress the genes in chickens, or something like that, I think it is, and create dinosaur chickens. So he's so far only managed to work out how to regress the beak back to a, I don't know, a dinosaur jaw, I suppose, manipulating Hox genes and DNA, which, let's face it, at the end of the day, if somebody said to you, would you like a dinosaur chicken, would you not say yes? And I wonder what it would taste like. It would probably taste like chicken. But anyway, so it just made me laugh, because I was like, whoa, dinosaur chickens? Who wouldn't want a dinosaur chicken? So yeah, and it's just splattering all over the place at the moment. So I did warn you that will happen, because you need to get it on really pasted in there. but don't worry, because obviously we'll be doing the underside a little bit later. There you go. Now I was just wondering whether you enjoy these kind of videos. I mean, I know people have asked for long format videos, but would you just prefer it with just music over the top and maybe some text saying what I'm doing, or would you prefer it if I waddle on like normal? That's always interesting to find out. Okay, now you notice I'm not doing everything on there. I'm not going to do the back tail fin at this very moment in time, because I need that to hold. So that'll be the last thing I do. Okay, so we're going to take a rag and we're just going to mottle it. And mottling it is basically a technical term for just dabbing and taking off areas of paint, and it's areas of wash. So I do apologise. And it's a nice process because you're building it up in the inside on the rag. So I can't speak today. My English is terrible. So you're building it up, and basically what it's doing is it's giving us a nice warm weathered effect. I'm just going to take it off there as well. Don't be afraid to let it soak it all up, because what we want to do is basically create a feeling. Oh, I nearly snapped the tail off there. That's not too good. Create a feeling of that this thing is dirty. Coming through the atmosphere, it's going to be charred here and there, and it's going to have scorch marks. You know, if it's been in battle and it's dropping off its troops, it's going to have scorch marks all over it, where it's been shot at so many times. And just flood that in there. I also use cotton buds, which I've got as well. So, but they're the other side of the room. I was painting on the floor the other night watching, I think I was watching, oh yeah, Mums, Martians Need Mums, or something like that too, or something like that, I don't know. It's quite a good animation, really well done. Okay, and you can do that, we can just do that, we'll bring that in there, bring that around there. Okay. We just need to take our corner, which is here, just to soak up some areas there. So there you go. Okay, so we've washed that. We've washed the top side of it. Just try that over there. We'll take our brush, because we need this to dry, and we're just going to do this bit here that we couldn't do because we're using a hold. Actually, I'll put some back on those engines. Taken off a bit too much from the engines, but like I said, this is trial and error. Yeah, I'd just like to thank you guys as well for subscribing. I mean, I've been getting some really good vids of people that have been listening to these tips, and I'm really sorry if they don't work for you, but people that are listening to these tips and using them. My goal in life is to keep model making going, and if you can do it through GW, through their models and stuff like that, even better. And if there's one person that uses one thing that I've said, it's made my day. I've done my job. That sounds really arrogant, I do apologise, but no, it's true. That really brings joy to my life. I get really excited when I get a video saying, hey, I just used this tip, brilliant, thanks very much. Because basically it's stuff that I've picked up, and YouTube is a world like a world of knowledge that you can just go around finding stuff, and if one method doesn't work for you, you can try another method and it will work, you know. So I think it's brilliant. I love it when people say to me that I've just used this and it's worked out really well. Thank you a lot. Thank you very much. Right, so oh, and there's some if you get a chance, check out Savage Models. Wow, I mean, if I could paint like that guy, I'd be happy. I'd be very happy. I mean, he is good. So if you get a chance, check him out. And there's a few other people. I'll do some shout outs as we go along. But I'll mostly do it over the weekend. I've got battle report this weekend. This is a toughie. So it's 2,500 points of Tyranids versus me, basically. Now I don't know whether to field all Black Templars, do 1,000 points of Black Templars or 1,500 points of Black Templars and 1,000 points of Krieg, because I'd really like to try the Krieg out. But again, I'd really like to field test my my army as well, my Imperial Fists, which I haven't had a chance to do yet. So I think I might try those. But I'll tell you what, why don't you guys, this video will go up today, it's Friday, why don't you guys let me know, and then on Saturday, when we're Saturday morning, before we start playing, I'll run my army list together. We can see how it works out. So yeah, let me know. Imperial Fist and Krieg, Black Templars and Krieg, or all Black Templars. Let's see how that goes. I mean, I haven't used my Black Templars in ages, and I'm really tempted to play them, to be fair. They're such a great army. Okay, so we're going to leave this to dry. I'm going to come back to you in a minute, and we'll go into the next vid and look at what we can change. We'll wash the underneath, sorry, and then we'll look about what we're going to do on the next step. So you guys take care, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.